Hey everyone, so let's talk about one of the most frustrating things in Pokemon Go, the Adventure Sync just not working. Well, today we're going to get your steps counting again, and we're going to make sure it stays fixed.
I mean, come on, does this screen look painfully familiar? You've walked for miles, you pop open the game all excited, expecting to see that egg hatching animation, and you get absolutely nothing. Just that same stubborn zero. It's enough to drive you crazy. And it just feels like such a waste, right? All that effort for nothing? But here's the good news. It is not your fault. This isn't just some random bug on your phone. It's actually because of a massive tech update that happened behind the scenes, and it silently broke the way the game tracks your steps.
But look, don't sweat it. We're not just going to complain about the problem. We've got the permanent fix right here. Stick with me for like the next 5 minutes, and we are going to walk through the exact steps to get your Adventure Sync working perfectly again. Okay, so what in the world actually happened? I like to call it the Great Sync Break. And, to really get the fix, you got to understand why your steps just kind of vanished this year in the first place. This timeline, it tells the whole story. See, way back in 2018, Adventure Sync came out, and it used this thing called the Google Fit API. Worked like a charm for years. But Google is officially shutting that old system down. And now, in 2026, there's a new boss in town called Health Connect. It's mandatory for all apps. And look, this isn't just us guessing. This is straight from Android's own security documents. The old ways are just blocked. Everything now needs your specific OK through this new Health Connect hub. Honestly, it's all about giving you more control over your own data, which is a good thing. So, what this all means is we need a new way to get our apps talking to each other. I call it the permissions triangle fix. It's the modern and actually more secure way to get those steps from your phone and into your game. And let me be super clear about this. The old way, it's broken. Done, finished. Trying to link Pokemon Go straight to Google Fit just isn't going to work anymore. That door is permanently closed. So here's the new flow. Think of it like this. Your steps go from Google Fit into Health Connect, and then Pokemon Go is allowed to read them from Health Connect. See? It's a 3-point connection. That's our permissions triangle. Every single point has to be connected to the next one. Okay, so how do you build this triangle? It's actually a pretty simple 4-step deal. First, just make sure you have both Google Fit and Health Connect installed from the Play Store. Easy enough? Second, you gotta open up Google Fit and tell it to connect to Health Connect. Third, pop into Pokemon Go and make sure Adventure Sync is actually toggled on. And fourth, and this is the big one, you have to explicitly give Pokemon Go permission to read the data from Health Connect. But wait, even if you do all of that perfectly, there is one more little secret setting that trips up almost everybody. Seriously, this is the #1 mistake most players are making, and it's buried deep inside your phone's settings. So this setting is called physical activity permission. What the heck is that, right? Well, on newer Android phones, it's a special permission that decides if an app, like Pokemon Go, can see your step data when the app is closed. And if it can't see your steps in the background, well, Adventure Sync is completely useless. All right, here's the fix. You're going to dive into your phone's main settings menu, find your list of apps, and tap on Pokemon Go. From there, go into Permissions and look for Physical Activity. I'll bet you anything it's set to allow only while using the app. You have got to change that to allow all the time. That right there, that's the magic switch that unlocks background syncing. Okay, deep breath. For most of you, that should be it. Problem solved. But if you're still having issues, there are a couple of other silent killers we should talk about that might be blocking your sync. Let's knock them out real quick. First up, battery saver mode. If that thing is on, Android gets super aggressive and just kills background stuff to save power. And guess what it kills? Adventure Sync. So you either need to turn it off completely or at the very least add Pokemon Go to the exception list. The second one is what I call the toggle glitch. This is when the Adventure Sync checkbox inside the game just keeps turning itself off. It's usually a cache problem, so go to your app settings, clear the cache for Pokemon Go, and please make sure you hit clear cache, not clear data. All right, that was a lot, I know. So let's pull it all together and wrap this up with the key things you need to remember. This won't just fix your problem today. It'll future-proof your sync for good. So here it is, your permanent fix checklist. Number 1, the old Google Fit API is gone. You've got to use Health Connect. Number 2, build that permissions triangle. Fit to Health Connect to go. Number 3, and this is crucial, set that physical activity permission to allow all the time.
And finally, make sure battery saver mode is off for go, and clear that cache if the toggle gets all glitchy.
And that's it. By doing all this, you've done way more than just fix a game. You've actually taken control of how your health data gets shared between your apps in this new, more secure world. Your steps are safe, your data is secure, and you know what? Your eggs are finally going to start hatching again.
So that leaves me with just one last thought for you. Now that step tracking and physical activity are locked down behind these new, more secure permissions, what do you think is the next piece of data our phone's OS is going to put under tighter control? It really makes you think about where privacy and our devices are headed next, doesn't it?